Hey, it's Dr. McLean. I want to share with you some really, really simple things that you can do on a daily basis that are going to create the vision, the ideal life that you imagine, or the alternative to not have the life that you enjoy. So let me give you an extreme example to start with, and then we'll talk about practical things that you can do. So imagine the person, you probably heard the story before, that they go out to the bar, just gonna have a drink, they have one drink, and then some friends show up and have a couple more drinks, and they don't realize how much they've had to drink. They get a little drunk, they go out and they drive, and they get in the accident and they kill somebody. These amazing untold consequences. When they were there having those drinks at the bar, they never thought about those little decisions that they were making in that moment could have this huge ramifications for our life. And I know that's an extreme example, but that's what happens to us every single day, that we're making these really small decisions that seem like they make no difference whatsoever. They can really add up and create the life that, again, we hate, or the life that we desire. So I know it's an extreme example of the drunk driving, but let's apply that into a daily habits, right? So let's say if you're here right now, and we're right in the middle of the holiday season, so this is a great time of year to talk about it, but you can do this any time of year, but this is the time of year where a lot of people reflect and start to plan their next year. And sometimes there's some frustration involved because they didn't achieve the things that they wanted to achieve in this year, and they don't have a lot of confidence going into next year. So you're here right now and you have a couple paths that you can go down. You can go up or you can go down. And neither one is wrong. It's just making a conscious decision of where you want to go. So for me, I learned this in a seminar quite a few years ago. I was the type of person, and maybe you're like this right now, where if it was, let's say, a holiday week, it was Thanksgiving week, it was Christmas week, it was New Year's week, I would kind of slack off and take the week off. So even though I'd be doing some of my daily activities, I wouldn't work out as hard as I would normally do. I wasn't eating very clean. I was eating more sweets. Maybe I had some projects to work on. I would kind of be lackadaisical with those. I'll just do them after the holidays. Or if it was going into a vacation week, like I was going to go on vacation maybe that weekend or go camping, I would kind of slack off a little bit of that in that week. And now there's nothing wrong with taking time off or resting, but what I talked about in the seminar is that you can either coast into those times, you can coast into the holidays, you can coast into the vacations, or you can really hit it hard so that when you get on vacation or you have that holiday, you can completely rest. Now that may seem like a small thing, but if you think about throughout the year, you have Thanksgiving, Christmas, you have New Year's, then you have President's Day, and you have Martin Luther King Day, and then you have St. Patrick's Day. We have all these different holidays, and then on top of that, you might have birthday parties that you're going to, anniversary parties, work parties, and then you have your daily life, right? Friday afternoon for a lot of people is the weekends. They start taking Friday afternoons off. Now, they might be physically at work, but they're not doing the things that they're supposed to do. So if we can start to change those, just small decisions, doesn't have to be about being perfect, but if you go into that holiday week, instead of really taking the week off, you actually exercise harder, and maybe you even get up on Christmas Eve morning or Christmas Day morning or Thanksgiving morning, and you actually get a really good workout in, but you can truly enjoy your holiday meal. Because I still enjoy those things. I still eat the bad foods. I still, when I go on vacation, I totally rest and relax and eat bad foods and do all things that I shouldn't do, but I don't coast the whole week into that before the vacation like I used to. Again, I'm not perfect. But then again, you start to take those things. So this is where you can separate yourself from this version versus this version. The things that you desire, the ideal weight that you desire, the money that you desire, whatever that is. So on Friday afternoons, let's say it's an income thing. You want to increase your income to have a higher income. That Friday afternoon, maybe all of your other coworkers are slacking off a little bit. Then you are working a little bit harder. You're much more focused. You're really putting that time in so that you can go to a higher level. Now, in the moment, that Friday afternoon, doesn't feel like it's going to make any difference, right? And frankly, that one Friday afternoon is really not going to make a huge difference. But you do that consistently over time, you're just taking these steps to go either one direction or go the other direction, right? Maybe it's in the evenings. And by the way, you can look at competing with other people, other businesses, or you can look at competing with yourself, or both. Me, I'm not a super competitive person with other people, but I'm very competitive with myself because I want to become the best version of me. So maybe it's in the evenings. Maybe in the evenings, instead of sitting down and watching 2 hours of Netflix or 2 hours of TV or the football game, maybe you record it so you can still watch it, but you take that first 15 minutes and you read a book about finances. Or maybe you've always wanted to learn Spanish. This doesn't have to be just about making more money or achieving life goals. It can be things that you really desire to do. Maybe you want to learn Spanish. You take 15 minutes each night and you work on your Spanish. Or again, you want to improve your finances, you get a finance book and you spend 15 minutes reading a finance book or learning how to play the guitar. This is where it adds up. So at the end of next year, it's like, man, I can actually play the guitar a little bit, or I can speak Spanish, or my financial situations change dramatically. So it doesn't have to be these huge things, but just taking these really small action steps can make a big difference. And of course, when it comes to your health, this is what's really going to separate you from the best version of you. Feeling good, having the ideal weight that you desire, all those different things by doing your spinal rehab. It doesn't take long to do your spinal rehab. It doesn't take long time to get it adjusted, right? But those little things add up and it's going to create the health version of you. A year from now is going to be a year from now. That time is going to pass regardless of what action steps you take. So might as well take these little things that are going to move you into that direction. So if you have any questions on this, please let me know. I'd love to help you with this. And just applying these little things will have a dramatic impact in your life.